Hello and welcome to quick80.com. In this tutorial video we are going to show you how to create a table in SQL Server Management Studio, both using query editor as well as using the graphical user interface. So what is a table in a database? A table is a container which holds data in the form of columns and rows. So this is an example of a table. It has three columns. The ID column is essentially like a serial number. It's unique for each and every row, so we can call ID column as a primary key column. The name column contains the name of a person, and the weight column contains the weight of that person. So let me start the SQL Server Management Studio. So once you have started the SQL Server Management Studio, you simply click on this icon and connect to your local database. So I have created a database with the name mydb. I'm going to select my database and I'm going to click on new query to open the query editor. So let's just start creating a table. So you have to write create table, then the schema name. So by default, if you do not give any schema name, it will take DBO as schema name. So I'm going to write the table name, weights data, and then open up a parenthesis. So our first column is ID, which takes integer values, and it is also a primary key. So our next column is name. So we are not supposed to use keywords like this because these are the reserved keywords. So if you still want to use this name, we are going to enclose this in between the square brackets. So it will take string or text values. In the string or text values in SQL Server, they are called as varchar. So the size will be max, and our next column is weights. Okay, weight. So again, you are not supposed to use this kind of word. We are going to enclose this in between the square brackets. So this will take integer values, and you close the parenthesis. You select these statements and click on execute. So once the commands have been completed, our table is created. So if we just expand our database and expand the tables, we can see our table has been created with the following columns. So if you want to drop or delete this table, the statement that you have to write is drop table and the table name, which is weights data. So we are going to select this statement and click on execute. So commands have been completed. So if we just refresh the tables should have been deleted. So this is using the query editor. I'm going to show you how to create the table using the graphical user interface. So you right click on tables and click on table. So a graphical user interface will be opened. We type in our first column, which is ID, and the data type is integer. We're going to select integer. This should not allow null values, and we are going to make this as primary key. So our next column is name, this is varchar of max. This will allow null values, and our third column is weight, which holds integer values. So after you create the table, you click on the close icon. So before closing, it will ask to save changes, so you click on yes. I'm going to give the name as weights data and click on OK. So our table has been created. So if you want to delete this table using the graphical user interface, you right click on the table and click on delete, click on OK. So the table has been deleted.